Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. First of all, I want to apologize for this video coming out so late. Work was long, and then I had to sign some papers for the Navy, so that took a bit of time. So, apologies for this video coming out so late. Hopefully if you're not watching it now, you're watching it tomorrow, and is having a great day. With that being said, also, one other quick question. Second. If anyone has any tips as far as trying to lower their blood pressure, please write it down. Leave it in the comment section, because I kind of need it to go down soon, like sometime next week soon. So if anyone knows any fast ways to really help, much appreciated. With that being said, let's get started. Okay. So I'm probably about to make some people who like Sammy, mad. With that being said, Jesus Christ, I don't like that woman. I really do not like Sammy. When I heard Sammy was coming back in town, and I didn't really know about her, they was calling her Hurricane Sammy, I was like, oh man, it's going to be so great. And then I see her, and she's just this entitled. This woman is so entitled and so bossy. It's like she comes into the room, and she just suffocates all the air and oxygen that's in the room. I honestly tell you the truth, I find her to be among, I don't want to sit there and say among, but she's definitely among the worst characters I've seen. And you know what, at this point, I used to sit there and think that Gabby was bad. And I gotta be honest with you, I could watch a whole hour of Gabby, and even though she's annoying, I'd rather watch a whole hour of Gabby than watch 5 minutes. I am so trying not to curse. Anyway, this shit's gonna come out anyway, so at this point, I just don't care. So, during this whole custody hearing, Sammy is just coming across as the entitled bitch that she is, and Jesus Christ, it is literally hard to sit there and get through the scene. But, long story short, they give Sammy custody of Allie's child, since she ran off during the time I was gone. Yeah, they gave her custody. They gave this bratty ass woman custody of an infant. So, joy. Because, you know, she's turned out to be such a good mother. You know what? I take that back. I don't really know about her mothering skills, but I know as a person, she is just terrible. But they gave her custody, so why not? You know what? I was gonna sit there and redo this, but no, I'm gonna leave it in it. She's a terrible person. I didn't really understand what the judge was there doing with this back and forth. Like at one moment she was like, "Oh well, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna let Nicole see her granddaughter or whatever, or her niece or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, so you mean by see her? You mean like it's theirs, right? Like the child's gonna be there? Like they get custody, right?" And then she's berating her the whole time. She's berating Sammy the whole time for not shutting the hell up. And Sammy's all like, "Oh, well, or what? You're gonna take away more of my family? No, bitch, she can just send you to jail. How about that? Could she just do that? Because that would just make me very happy. But no. She was berating her the entire time, so I was like, oh, there's no way she's going to give her custody. And then when she gave her custody, I was like, oh, of course she did. So, yeah. Sammy has custody, and, wow. She also did not want to take any responsibility when she was talking to Marlena about, the whole woman that I can't remember her name, unleashing her on the world and, causing, to make sure she caused maximum damage as far as Eric Nicole's case. Marlene said that, and Sammy was just like, no, 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 I'm right, and you're wrong, and blah, 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 blah. Of course, she was torn up about the whole Sierra thing, and like everyone in town, they were torn up about a woman being dead, even though there's no body. I just, Christ. So, yeah, you had Justin and Kayla, and I was just about to sit there and call him Ned, but whatever. We got Justin and Kayla, Justin pretty much is giving Kayla a shoulder to lean on, shoulder to cry on, and, I give him props for that because, well, the way Kayla did Justin, I'm not gonna lie, it was dirty. So, I mean, granted, even with that being the case, and even though I'm a person that, I'm not gonna lie, I do know how to hold a grudge. I wouldn't even had really got on her knowing what happened with her friend's daughter. So anyway, they talked about that, about Sierra, and then one person went to the courtroom and one person went to the hospital. So they both went to work, and that was that. I honestly tell you the truth, I was like, I didn't even know what to think of that scene. I almost kind of felt like it just wasn't even necessary. Yeah, it really wasn't necessary. Just kind of a time filler. Let's talk about Eli and Lonnie. It is so good to actually watch this show again, to actually remember the names and not kind of be like, that person that I can't think of. But anyway, Lonnie's on the phone with Kristen, and they're talking and stuff, and then Lonnie says something like, oh, don't worry about Eli, I'll handle him. Man, when Eli came downstairs, my guy was like, he wasn't even livid, he was just like, handle me. You're gonna handle me? Let me just kind of throw this out there. For the ladies that have significant others, it's probably best not to use the word handle your man. Just don't. We don't like that. We don't. Even the most non-macho man would not like to be handled. Ever. In that way. So, I'm just going to leave it at that, and it's just a pro tip. But anyway, came downstairs, and yeah, he was tight. He was tight. He already knew, apparently, about, Kristen being back in town, and Lonnie knowing, and he was just not happy. So they went back and forth, back and forth. Lonnie's all like, she's my friend, and, Eli's like, but she's a criminal. And, the whole thing pretty much just boiled down to the fact that Eli was just like, listen, we're cops. We don't get to sit there and kind of decide who's innocent and who's guilty. And we don't get to sit there and play the law to our advantage or whatever. And that's pretty much the whole short end of that stick. Of that whole conversation. And then he walked out. Man, he walked in and he was tight. Here's the thing. He was already tight before. I mean, he was tight because he knew about the whole, Kristen thing. So he was like, yo, I just came in the shower and, I'm gonna go back to work. So, yeah, he definitely wasn't trying to hear anything that Lonnie had to say. And, yeah. So, let's talk about Kristen and Brady. And I know I've said this before, but, and I hate saying this because it sounds so terrible. And also, okay, so I've been with older women before. So I understand the whole dynamic and stuff. And I know I'm going to sound like a hypocrite, but something about that just comes across as off. I mean, this woman looks old enough to be his mother. And I mean, granted, listen, you know, bro, do you? I'm just saying, you know, them hugging and kissing and everything like that. I'm just like, this just, I don't know. This just looks weird. Again, I'm totally cool with dating another woman, and I know this sounds like a hypocrite me saying this because I am being a hypocrite saying this, and I understand that. But again, it just looks. This looks weird. This looks fucking weird. I'm not even gonna lie. Anyway, they're arguing because, well, Brady wants to see Victor, you know, knowing what he's going through with Ciara, and Kristen's like, no. And she just really gets on him about everything that he's done, this, that, and the third. And Brady's like, alright, well, when your father needed you, knowing what he did to our family, what he did to my family, did I try to stop you? And she was like, no. But then she was like, oh, well, go and be with Victor. Be with that old man, that bad man, pretty much. I'm like, did you not hear anything what Brady said to you? Because literally being a hypocrite, and I know this sounds really strange because right now I'm being a hypocrite what I just said, but hypocrite. Like, are you serious? And you know what Brady does? Brady's like, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to go anywhere. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? You're not going anywhere. You just... Okay, alright, yeah. I'm not even going to sit there and try to dissect how just... that was, but okay, sure. So anyway, he's, you know... He decides to stay, but then he decides to go to see his dad and Marlene. Apparently, John Black is in a coma for some odd reason. I don't understand why, but he's in a coma, and Brady gets there to the hospital with Marlene there. They're talking for a little bit, and then John wakes up. Yeah, they decide to bring him out the coma because apparently him being in a coma longer is doing something to his heart. AKA, I guess it's time for the actor John Black to come back from vacation. I don't know, that sort of reminds me of the whole Michael thing when he finally woke up. And they were like, oh, well, the longer he's in his bed, the worse he's getting. Now he's getting worse? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that makes no sense, but sure, we're gonna just rock with that. So, anyway, John wakes up, and that's kind of the end of the soap opera. That's actually kind of the end of the review. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the review. Man, I really don't like Sammy. I remember, before I go, I remember when I first started watching the show and reviewing it, I used to sit there and really laying on Gabby. And of course, me laying on Gabby gets a lot of backlash from people who like Gabby, which is fine. You know, the comment section, that's what it's there for. I used to get a lot of backlash from Gabby. And, now I saw Sammy, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, you know what? You almost make Gabby look good. Almost make Gabby look good. But yes, I will be going hard on Gabby, I will be going hard on Sammy, but I will be also giving them good points when I feel that they did something good. And I'm still waiting for Sammy's part. But until then, yeah, that's it. So, thank you so much for watching. I know this is super late. Like I said, it was kind of a day at work, and then paperwork for the Navy. Yeah, so we're going to see how that goes, but I will keep people posted on that. And thank you for your support. Thank you for the comments, and thank you for watching it, because I know that, again, these reviews come out, like, super late, and, yeah, they just come out super late. They've been coming out super late because stuff, but I appreciate the people who've been rocking with me, and I cannot thank each and every single one of you enough. This is fun, and I enjoy doing it, and I really appreciate the people that do watch me do these videos. So anyway, with that being said, enough of me rambling. have a good day or good night, depending on when you're watching this. Be safe, have a great weekend. I will catch you in the next video, and yeah, at some point, I still want to do a whole separate video about like just breaking down different characters and stuff like that for days, because I kind of find these characters really interesting, their actions, their motivations, and you know, all that good stuff. So have a good weekend. I will catch you in the next review. And by the way, again, if anyone knows any tips for how to lower one's blood pressure in kind of a fast time, please let me know, because yeah, I'm taking this physical soon, and I need to get it down ASAP. So any tips will help. Have a good day, good night, be safe. I will catch you in the next review. Thank you.